Assalamu alaikum. All right, you guys ready for this video? The Busy Man, okay? This video is by Abdul Rahman Jalloh, okay? And this is the synopsis that he said. Prioritizing tasks in this world of limited time is a great challenge for the people of this ummah. Abdul Rahman, a young graduate for 3 years, has been looking for a job and finally thought that he got an opportunity to secure a $100,000 grant through a proposal writing competition, and is caught up with a situation that needs him to prioritize what to do in a limited amount of time. All right, so let's go ahead and watch it. All right, this is The Busy Man by Abdul Rahman Jalloh.
My name is Abdul Rahman, a graduate in project management. After graduating from college, getting a job was very challenging. But after 3 years of waiting, an opportunity of getting self-employed finally came my way. I was to write a project proposal to secure a $100,000 grant, which will have helped me to establish my business. This involved a lot of research, and I had only 3 days to submit my proposal. I did a lot of research and finally compiled all of the materials needed to start my proposal writing. I had to spend the rest of the day and night working on the proposal, as that was an opportunity I didn't want to miss, as I have my family to take care of, including my lovely mom. While doing this, I was so concentrated that even leaving work for my prayers was very challenging. I had to miss praying lots of compulsory prayers on time, even though I knew how important they were to me. But I just find it difficult to let go of the proposal writing as time was running out. As I continued working on the proposal, my mom was trying to reach me. But time couldn't permit me to answer her call. I had to reject all of her calls just to save time to complete my proposal, which I'm certain will bring me more money to take care of her. Prayer times were only realized hours after they have already passed, and I had to pray at home. Even at that, it was still a tough decision to decide leaving the proposal writing for prayers. While praying at home, all I wanted was to complete those rakats speedily and get back to work. At the end of day one, I had already completed 50% of the proposal with restless day and night. I was happy that I was halfway through and still continued to work harder to get it completed and submitted. On the other side, my mom was still calling me and trying to reach me, but I couldn't pick her call because time was running out. Since she couldn't reach me, she tried contacting my younger brother, Saifuddin, a musician who was busy at the studio doing his debut album. No sooner Mom told him she wanted to see him, he left all he was doing and rushed just to see Mom and to know what was wrong. When he got there, he found out that Mom was ill, and that Mom's condition was getting worse, and that she urgently needed to be taken to the hospital. So my brother immediately called me. I reluctantly answered the call. He told me that Mom was sick and her condition was getting worse, and that she needed to be taken to the hospital urgently. He also said Mom wanted to see me in person, as she had something to say to me. At this point, I had to let go the proposal, whose deadline was just 24 hours away, and rushed to see my mom. But alas, 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 it was too late. My mom had already passed away before I arrived. My whole world came crushing on me. I couldn't complete the proposal, and I lost the opportunity of getting a 100,000 grant to start my own business. I didn't respond to my mom's call, which possibly by Allah will have helped save her life. Till now, I never knew what she wanted to say to me. Sometimes we get our lives so caught up in trying to do everything just to please our nafs. But at the end, they are not things that worth killing ourselves for. I lost everything, and now my only wish is to turn back the hands of the clock. But they say time waits for no one. Time stops for no one. And your indecisions will never delay time.
All right, okay. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go through some of the good and some of the improvements that I felt that could be made with this video. This actually was one of my favorite short films. One of the things that I felt was good, the sound was pretty good. And I think the voiceover eliminated some of the sound issues that I've seen in some of the other films where the sound, the background noise is too much. By using a voiceover and telling the story, I think is a very powerful storytelling technique that, you have a voiceover and kind of guiding the story too, so you don't have to worry too much about dialogue. So something that, in the future, if we have films, other people can use that as a method to create better films. One of the things I saw, I'm trying to think, I think this is the only film that actually used slow motion as a way of telling the story at the end. If you saw, how they were using slow motion and going into the house, and I thought that was good. And I feel like, if it's done correctly, not overused, then it's something that will actually add to the storytelling. So that was cool. I also liked I thought the acting was really good, particularly in the end. It was compelling. A lot of times when people are crying, it doesn't, it looks fake, it doesn't look real, the acting is not on point. But I felt that the acting for this for that particular scene and other scenes were pretty good. Okay, so I thought it was a great lesson, very well put together, and it kept my interest the entire time. So overall, good job. And I think this is definitely one of my favorite videos. Improvements. There are some improvements that could be made. Again, I see this in a lot of videos. The shots were too long. There need to be more shots. So whenever you feel like the camera is on the same person for more than 10 seconds, there's something wrong. You need to cut up the shot, you need to switch the angles. And a lot of times what people will do with their camera is they will, pan to the camera and follow and going up and down. And that can sometimes give it a cheap look, okay? What you wanna do is you wanna have one shot, okay? Turn off the camera, then switch to another shot, and then cut between those, okay? Instead of having the camera coming up and following the actors around, and that doesn't give it a cinematic look. It makes it more reality type feel to it. And we're looking for short films here, so more cinematic. So one of the other things I felt would have been good was a good establishing shot. Now, for those who don't know, an establishing shot is when you show like the outside of the house, or like, where are you? The first shot that we saw was kind of the actor, and it was kind of a closer shot on the actor. An establishing shot does help to frame where we are, you know, and even though you talked about and explained it in the narration, in the voiceover, I think that it would have been helpful to do that. One of the things is I felt the lighting needed some work. I felt that the story was serious. It was a serious story, and I felt it was a little bit darker, a little bit ominous, okay? It was just, everything was lit the same, and it was very bright. I felt like the lighting could have been done, like, for example, the end scenes could have been done maybe in the evening or even at night, and it would have felt a little bit, it would have added a little element of seriousness to it, you know? The ending scene when he's walking down the street, you could have shot that towards the evening, maybe not at night, maybe if you don't have enough light then, but towards the evening, and it would have given a little bit of a mood that he's really sad. So lighting, take in consideration lighting and how it affects the storytelling instead of the video. Also, depth of field, again, you know, a lot of times if you're using, you know, your cell phone, you don't have the options that fancy cameras have. But if you do, think about using depth of field. So again, for those who don't know, depth of field is when the subject in the front is clear and then the back is blurry, okay? So that way it puts more attention and it has more of a cinematic look. How do you get that? There's a lot of ways, they call it bokeh or whatever, bokeh. But in generally, you need a good camera with a good lens to do that. So if you don't have that, no worries. But if you do, think about how you can get that depth of field in order to make your videos a little bit more cinematic. So those are my comments, but what do you guys think? You know, please leave your comments, like the video if you liked the video, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. We'll take all of these into consideration, and leave him comments, you know, let the brother know what you feel was good, what you can improve, if I missed anything, if there's any improvements that he can make for future videos. So thank you very much, inshallah. To the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
This DeenTV video was made possible in part by Islamic Relief USA, working together for a better world, and by Recycle Processes Incorporated.